Hey guys, so update on the medical bill situation, kind of. My name's Michelle. I have breast cancer. I'm sharing my journey here with everyone, so I appreciate the likes, the follows, the shares. So yesterday I posted a video about a pretty shocking medical bill that I had received for one bill specifically for $17,910.06. Well, I had looked at it, but I didn't look at it that closely. My close friend Melissa looked at it, and she saw that the date of service was September 16th. She's like, I don't have anything on my calendar for you for September 16th. I said, huh, well, let me look at my calendar. I had one doctor's appointment. I had my first meeting with the oncologist on September 16th, and we did some blood work. That's all that we did. Certainly not $17,910.06 worth. But, you know, even without knowing that, my plan today was still to call in and find out exactly what this bill was for. And, you know, to potentially find out about doing like financial assistance or, you know, deferred payment or whatever needed to be done. So when I called up, I spoke actually with two different people. I wound up being on the phone all together for probably about 45 minutes. And both people that I spoke to did not see this bill attached to my account in their system. When I left the conversation with the second woman this morning, she was going to do some more research and find out about it, because we were back and forth. She and I were on the phone the longest, probably about a half hour. And I kept telling her the number. I'm like, I need to know what this $17,910.06 bill is for. And she wasn't hearing me. What she kept doing was looking at all of my other little bills. And then I do have, one bill that I'm aware of that's, it's about $1,700, something like that, or $1,800. But she was tallying up all of my little bills and coming up with an amount which basically came to, I don't know, some $2,000 and something dollars, whatever it was. And I'm like, all right, I understand that. That's fine. I understand that $1,700 bill. That was the one from my actual lumpectomy surgery. I get that. That all makes sense. That literally adds up. I said, but what is this bill for $17,910.06? And she kept looping back around and giving me like itemized, just, you know, list of my $25 and $50. She's like, well, it all adds up. It all adds up. I said, but it doesn't add up to $17,910. She kept hearing 1,700 and not hearing 17,000. Eventually, she finally, like, something clicked, and it finally, you know, hit her what I was actually saying. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, yeah, what is that? She goes, oh, that must have been a shock. I'm like, yeah, you think? So anyway, so she went and she was looking at her system. She didn't really see anything that matched that at all. And, so we left it off where she was going to do some research into it and get back to me. That was this morning. That was about 10:30. I hung up with her. I haven't heard anything back yet, so I don't know when I'm going to hear back, if or when. But at this point, it's all pointing to that this is not my bill. Now, I feel really sorry for the person that's receiving this bill. I don't know what is going on with their situation. But at this point, it looks like this is not my bill, which is quite a relief. Unless tomorrow she comes back to me and says, oh yeah, by the way, it was for XYZ, and, you know, it wasn't showing up for whatever reason. But I'm going to kind of sleep on the fact that this is not my bill, and that I just need to take care of all of the other ones that are surrounding this. So thank you for all the advice, all the tips, all the information. I really do appreciate all of that. You know, because seriously, this is ridiculous. Like, you know, it's bad enough that a person has to deal with being sick. Now they have to deal with all this nonsense too. And I keep having these little moments of like insurance, I don't want to call them panic attacks, but insurance stresses over the past 6 months or so. You know, there've been some questions about whether or not I was even going to have insurance at a certain point, but I still have it so we're good. But yeah, so for the moment, I'm going to let my stress go about this $17,910.06 bill, because I don't think this is mine. So yeah, thank you again for all the support, all the shares, all the follows. I definitely appreciate it. And take care, guys. I'll see you around.